Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Love, Truth, and Wisdom Tarot Guidance. My name is Sharnetta. I hope you all are having an enjoyable day or evening wherever you are. Today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is going to be, what reminder do you need? So we are going to be looking at messages from Spirit and what Spirit is trying to remind you of during this time in your life, whether you're going through a challenging time, a wonderful time, whatever time you're going through. Spirit has some messages for you of what they're trying to remind you of about this time you're going through. Oh my God, I hope I said that right. Okay, so anyway, so we have 3 piles here to choose from. We have the first pile, I am charismatic. The second pile, I am a pioneer. And the third pile, I am a visionary. So feel free to pick more than one pile if you feel guided to do so. There may be more messages and might help you more along your journey of what you need to hear, what you need to be reminded of by Spirit. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, and also this is a timeless reading, so whenever this reading finds you is when you're meant to hear the messages, and just take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. I am doing personal readings, so that information will be down below in the description box on how to book a personal reading for me if you feel guided to do so. And then I just want to give a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing, supporting my channel any way you felt guided to do so. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining me, and I'm so glad that these readings are providing you with some type of clarity and guidance into your situation. So without further ado, let's get on to your reading. Hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading for what reminder do you need from Spirit here. So I feel like honestly from your cards here, you have a lot going on. I think you're in the process of restructuring your life or doing something different in your life at this particular time. I feel like it's like a spring cleaning, like you're just getting rid of the old and welcoming the new. And this is the old in terms of like things, people, thoughts, behaviors, just a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like it's really about like your thinking, honestly, because we have cassette here, we have the Ace of Thought. So I do feel like your thinking, any outdated thinking, any conditioning thinking, you are leaving behind at this moment, or you're in the process of kind of just getting rid of any thoughts that are not supporting you, that you've been holding on to out of comfort or habit or out of familiarity. I feel like you could be in this time right now where you are replaying certain events in your life over in your head, like just particular events are popping up into your head, like from the past that you're just reflecting on, or just randomly just popping up into your head. And Spirit is telling you that this is happening for you to kind of choose a new direction, to choose a new thought, to kind of retell that story in a way that's more supportive. So if you're kind of thinking about like something that happened to you in the past, like a conflict or anything that was just kind of unsupportive or you wish you could do over, your subconscious is really bringing this up to your conscious mind for you to reflect on and kind of, like I said, retell another story, like be more decisive about your thoughts and what you're thinking and what you should be thinking that's supporting you and what you're not, like what you shouldn't be thinking. So basically, like if you are just kind of, your mind is running on autopilot and you're just thinking about a whole bunch of stuff and it's not really helping your mood, it's making you kind of sad or miserable or disappointed or making you feel like you can't do something or making you feel stuck or restricted in any way, Spirit is asking you to get rid of that thought, to or tell yourself a new story because that thought is coming up. It's almost like you're getting, it's not so much a trigger as it is just old events are just kind of popping up in your head for some reason. And this is happening because you're restructuring your life, to be honest. This is happening because new things are coming into your life at this point and you're choosing a new direction. So I find that at times when we're choosing a new direction or we're going in a new direction or we're making a new plan for our life, old things seem to just pop up out of the blue. And that's, it's not good or bad. It's more just coming up for spiritual reasons, to remember the lessons of the past, not to stop you from moving forward in your future, but to kind of just remind you like where you came from and what you did in the past and what you're going to do differently if those scenarios or those types of situations pop up in your future. It's never to hold you back. It's never to make you feel like you can't do something or make you feel restricted or blocked in any way. It's always to help you and to support you and to allow yourself to tell a new story, because and not be so attached to the stories you tell yourself, to just let thoughts be thoughts. Thoughts aren't good or bad. It's just what we assign to it that make it good or bad. It's more just how we feel about the thought. But if you can tell a new story and be like, okay, so in the past I had this conflict with this person and I'm a different person now. You've learned more, you're wiser more. And if you were to see that person again, or if you were to experience that situation again, you would do something different. You know more now, where you won't have to be in a place of victimhood with that person, or you won't have to be so judgmental or whatever. These are just examples of things where you can do things differently in the present moment, and this will help you create the future that you want, because I do see here that you're choosing a new direction here. But what's calling my attention is this Be Decisive card. So this is a card about maybe possibly you second guessing your decisions about a new direction that you're choosing. And I do see here that Spirit is saying that if you choose this new direction, which I'm pretty sure you will, you're already in the process of going down this new path. You will meet a lot of helpful people, a lot of like-minded people, a lot of your soul family, a lot of your spiritual family you will meet down this new path. And I do feel like you're coming up here as the Queen of Earth here. And the Queen of Earth is really thoughtful, creative, sensible. She deals with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. She takes a sensible approach. She's really caring and nurturing. And it represents earth signs. So you could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but you don't have to be. And you don't have to be a woman or to relate to this. This is just the energy of the Queen of Earth. And what this is saying is that you are taking this new approach and you are kind of standing in your truth and integrity. I really get a lot of truth and integrity with this Queen of Earth, where you are becoming more thoughtful in your actions. You are becoming more sensible. You are dealing with challenges or difficult situations in a more mature and compassionate way, in a more warm and understanding way. You're no longer, I don't know, I'm getting the sense maybe you were really judgmental in the past, or you just didn't have a lot of discernment in the past when it came to situations and people, or you're just kind of, I feel like a lot of you are coming out of a difficult situation when it comes to friends or family, or just the people that around you in some way. You're becoming more an individual. You're kind of standing in your truth and your authenticity and your integrity, and you're making decisions that are based off how you want to live your life in the present and how you want to live your life in the future. And back to this Be Decisive card, this is about you questioning choices that you made in the past, like I was saying, and why you made them. Maybe in the past you were being really wishy-washy, or just being indecisive, or going around in circles. So I do feel like Spirit is telling you that now is the time to get centered and focus, and to recognize your true priorities, especially with this Queen of Earth. Her priorities is her home, herself, to make sure her loved ones are safe and sound, not to the point of codependency, or that she's taking on other people's responsibilities, but more to the point where if she's good, then the people around her, the people in her circle are good. You know what I mean? This is a time for you to commit to those priorities, and to avoid being indecisive, avoid being hesitant, avoid procrastination. This is a time of action, but really practical, grounded action in terms of your home, your finances, your material abundance, all of that stuff. I do feel like you're also in a very charismatic type of mood as well, or you're going to be more charismatic in the future, because we have the I Am Charismatic card here, number 3, which is all about abundance, expansion, creativity. I feel like your creativity is going to soar. I do feel like you're going to get a lot of abundance as well, and prosperity, because you're talking more, because you're speaking from your heart, from your authentic self, because you're expressing yourself and you're expressing your art or any type of creative project or work that you're doing. This card, number 3, it says, expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. So I do feel like you may be collaborating with others, especially with this helpful people. I feel like a lot of people are going to need your advice, or want your advice, or want to collaborate with you on some type of creative project. And this is something that you've been hoping for. This is something that you've been wanting for. Spirit is really bringing it through loud and clear that this is going to happen. This is already in the process of happening. But since this is happening, and since you're manifesting a whole new reality for yourself, there's a lot of things restructuring themselves in your day-to-day life to bring in this new reality, especially with this crisis card here. It speaks about restructuring your life, blessing within, clearing your space, bring solution, see your deepest needs and emotions. So I do feel like you're really taking care of yourself. You're really putting yourself first. I feel like this is something that you had to learn maybe the hard way by putting other people's needs and other people's emotions before your own. And you're no longer doing that because you have noticed that it's getting you nowhere. So that could be something that you're playing in your head, past events about you putting other people before you and how bad you felt, or how you were just going in circles in your own life and everyone was kind of moving on ahead of you and living their best life, and you were still kind of stuck in the same situation. And Spirit is really guiding you through this and reminding you that you are the Queen of Earth. You are someone who's thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. You deserve helpful people in your life. You deserve people to help you just as much as you help them. You are very charismatic. You naturally know how to express yourself, and you're very skilled at expressing yourself in a warm, thoughtful, like grounded, practical way. You are very good at conversations. You are very creative, and you are able to help others in ways that I don't think you really are aware of, just with your ideas, just with the way you speak, just with the way you are understanding and kind towards them. And with this be decisive, this is basically just, I feel like this is the overall general energy of your reading here. Spirit is really saying that, power comes from making positive, committed choices. So this is not a time for you to be afraid to make decisions that respect and honor yourself and respect and honor your heart. We also have flamingo here, and this speaks about enjoying friends, finding balance in chaos, dealing with your emotions, and mastering your energy. The Queen is the master of, practical material abundance. She's mastered her creativity, her sensible side, her ability to take a sensible approach to things, her ability to deal with challenges, like I was saying. And this is about you just balancing your emotions, dealing with your emotions, and being around people who are helpful and supportive of you doing this, who don't blame you or make you feel bad or make you feel like, you're a bad person for putting yourself first, or kind of putting your emotions first and making sure that you are okay and stable before you help anyone else to become stable in their emotions, if you know what I mean. So I do feel like you're in this place where you're really raising your vibration. I feel like a lot of you could be grounding or earthing. If not, Spirit is really encouraging you to do this because of the green here. It'll really help open up your heart chakra. It'll really help bring out that sensible, warm side of you. It'll really help you connect to Mother Earth and connect to people who are like-minded in that direction, or who feel that way, who feel the same things that you're feeling, who are also mastering their energy and dealing with their own emotions and not projecting their emotions or placing blame on others. And we're not perfect, we're human, we're gonna do stuff like that, but it's more of your awareness about it. It's more about catching yourself doing it and then rectifying it by doing the opposite, and by maybe, taking accountability and taking responsibility for your actions, your emotions, your thoughts, instead of, placing blame to other people about why you feel the way you feel or why your life is the way it is. You are the master of your reality. You are the master of your world. You are the universe incarnate. So you have to, be the leader in your life and take responsibility for your earthly possessions, for your feelings, your thoughts, your home, your money, your finances, all of that stuff. So yes, there could be a lot of restructuring going on and a lot of mishaps, or not mishaps, but a lot of just things, almost like a tower moment, like things kind of falling apart, or just a lot of challenges and stuff going on in your life. It's not major, it's just kind of little things, like minor details, or just little conversations you need to have with people, or just, I don't know why I said paying bills, maybe catching up on your bills or something like that, or just, taking care of the home in any way. But maybe there's a little crisis in the home or something, maybe something needs to be fixed, or maybe, someone said they were going to do this and they didn't do it, and you kind of depended on them to do it, which is fine. But it's more like, if you can do it, if you can get it done by yourself right now, then do it. Don't wait for someone to do something that you could already do. Maybe you were waiting for someone to help you with this bill or to pay a bill for you, and they didn't didn't do it, something came up, and so now you're angry at them because now you feel like you're behind, or like you can't do it, which I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like money is really good for you guys. It may be up and down, but you are capable of like doing stuff for yourself. You don't need to depend on other people. And when I say depend on other people, I don't mean like kind of like when people help you, yes, you can be open to receiving their help. And like, you have to help yourself before people can help you. You can't just depend on people to do something for you that you could do for yourself. It's more like, I hope that makes sense. So it's more like just allowing people to come to you and be like, hey, do you need help with this? And if you do, yeah, that's great. And if you don't, no, you're good. You know what I mean? It's not about like you looking at a person being like, okay, you need to help me with this because this and this, like, or because I can't do it, or because of this. It's more like, what am I trying to say? It's more like you asking for support, asking for help, and you receiving the help you need. Like I said, like, you just not placing all your responsibilities on the shoulders of other people. Like, you 50-50 basically. Like, this is a 50-50 thing. Like, when you help yourself, like I said, other people will help you in ways that are very divine, honestly, in ways that you won't be able to imagine, is what I'm hearing. So Spirit is asking you to really meditate and pray, and to narrow down your options. I feel like this is something where you have to kind of get to a point where you're kind of figuring out what's important for you today, and maybe like write it down, and just keep it simple and immediate, and also examine like how you spend your time. Like, eliminate what doesn't serve your immediate goals, and don't put others' needs, like I said, or demands first. It's time to put yourself first. People may not like this, and you may be unpopular, or people will get angry, whatever, but you will gain respect through this, especially your own respect. You will be able to trust yourself. You will be able to respect yourself. Your divine helpers will be on hand to support you. The people that are meant to support you and help you will show up for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And then what's this message card? I feel like, again, this is a message from some type of helpful person or helpful people. This card is a 45, so it reduces to a 9. I feel like this message is from someone who is like, I want to say a loner. I'm getting like hermit mode, but this is a message from Spirit saying that Spirit is sending you messages all the time, through numbers, through helpful people, and you could have not been aware of this in the past because you were so like dependent on being a helpful person to other people that you were kind of neglecting yourself. But Spirit is sending a lot of people your way. You just have to pay attention and be open to it. And I feel like this is something new. I feel like this is something that you are not used to, but you are embracing because you're choosing a new direction that is supportive of your future. So you could be seeing a lot of birds. You could be like seeing a lot of, or having dreams of a lot of birds. I feel like the moon is also important to you. You could be receiving a lot of messages from the moon, or just feeling kind of moon sensitive when we have a full moon or a new moon, or when the moon's in a particular sign. But Spirit is really asking you to get ready and pay attention, because you're about to receive a really special message. So Spirit wants to remind you to really notice any synchronicities. This could be a message from someone, like someone could text you something nice, or someone could text you or call you from a friend that wants to help you just out of the blue. Like, you weren't even thinking about this, and then this person just be like, hey, I like won the lottery, do you need some money, or something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be like that, but something like that. But also this is saying to get out in nature, because Spirit is going to point you in the right direction. Again, this is all about your direction. So regardless of what you're asking, you will know the answer soon. So if you're asking a particular question, you will find that answer soon. A message is coming. And I feel like this message is about help. It's about support. It's going to be a thoughtful message. It's going to be something that allows you to express yourself and your ideas. It's going to be, especially with this Ace of Thought here, which is like the Ace of Swords, it says this cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So again, your plan is being perfected. There's just some minor little challenges that are happening to kind of really push you to embrace this new you, embrace this Queen of Earth type of attitude and energy, and to really speak your truth, speak your ideas, share your ideas, because I feel like there's people out there that want to help you bring your ideas to life, whether this is your idea about a new job opportunity, a project, something creative. I feel like it's something creative for a lot of you. You are going to receive the right news for you to implement this idea in a way that's going to bring you a lot of abundance and stability, that's going to allow you to work with people of like minds, to really collaborate with people who are on the same wavelength, who are on the same energetic vibration, who you could really call your true friends, who you can really lean on in hard times, you know, who you can really depend on to be there and support you in ways, whether that's financial, emotional, you know, an effort in coming up with new ideas, whatever the case may be. You are being supported by spirit, and spirit is bringing people into your life to help support you and your new ideas, and for you to practice communicating your ideas and communicate with others, like I said, who are like-minded. So this is what I see for you guys. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope this provided you with some type of guidance and clarity to your situation. I'm gonna leave it here. So feel free to pick another pile if this did not resonate. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading for what reminder do you need from spirit. So the first thing I'm seeing here is that a lot of you could be kind of having some challenging emotional issues here. Nothing like crazy, but I just feel like with the 5 of water, which is the 5 of cups, and then we have the 7 of emotion, which is the 7 of cups, those are kind of conflicting, kind of challenging emotions right now. A lot of like decisions to be made, a lot of thinking about the past, maybe, you know, not seeing the positive in a situation you're going through right now, maybe crying over spilled milk or something, or just feeling like things are not turning out the way that you hoped. So it's more about your perception about these emotions than it actually is your emotions right now. So with the 19, I am a pioneer. It says independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and work and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. So we do have success here. So there is something that is or that you have succeeded in. And I feel like it has to do with whatever reality you're trying to manifest. It could have something to do with like friends or your immediate circle of people that you surround yourself with, just people you spend a lot of time with. But there's a sense of like being independent in these relationships, or just being self-sufficient. So maybe you were codependent with some friends, or maybe you were friends with people that didn't really understand you, or you just felt like you were a fish out of water with them. Like they just weren't your kindred souls that you wanted to be around. So maybe you're losing friends, or maybe, you know, you're just not clicking with your friends, and it's making you sad with the 5 of water. It's just making you feel like, you know, I'm alone, or I don't know why this is happening, or whatever the case may be. But I do feel like you have met maybe someone who is a kindred spirit. It could be that for a lot of you, or maybe not a lot of you, but for some of you, you could have got a new pet. I'm picking up with this kitty cat here, playful, number 44. You could have found a kindred soul like connection through a pet of some choice, of some kind. It doesn't have to be a kitty. It could be a dog, a fish, a rabbit, a bunny, whatever the case may be. But there may be like an animal spirit near you that you're connecting with on a very friendly level. Like it's just making you happy. It's just making you like feel less lonely, like with whatever else is going on in your life when it comes to their immediate environment and the people you call your friends, or just your family, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like what spirit wants to remind you of is that you need to be self-sufficient at this time. You need to be independent. You may even need to be alone at this time. Not lonely, but like spend some time alone. Like, because there's someone that you're around, or people that you're around that aren't getting you, that are just making you feel sadder that if you were alone, you would, you know what I mean? Like, they're making you feel more sadder being with them than you being alone, if that makes sense. So Spirit is reminding you that you are fully capable of this, and that you can take risk and do something different in your life. You don't have to need to feel supported, not in that way, but like, it's like maybe you're looking for your friends or the people you surround yourself to validate this new journey you're going on, this new reality you want to create for yourself, or whatever the case may be, and they're not supporting you, and it's making you feel sad. Maybe for some, they're even making fun of you, or making you feel like you're not good enough to do something. And if this is the case, then Spirit is really asking you to distance yourself from these people, to kind of let these people go. I feel like they're falling away anyways, and whether this is friends or family doesn't matter. I feel like these people are just not meant to be in your future, or not meant to be so much a big part of your future and a big part of your life moving forward. Like, they're just not meant to kind of go on this journey with you, which I feel is a really successful journey, and I feel like you're recovering from something. So for some of you, you have lost something, whether this is friends, a relationship. I feel like a lot of you, this is friends, and you're maybe starting to find your soul tribe, whether it's through animals, whether it's one other person, and you're just starting to make healthy choices for yourself. You're like pioneering in a whole new direction here. So with the choose your friends wisely, I do feel like this is like I was saying, like, you're surrounded by people who don't understand you, or you're just kind of wondering where those kindred souls are, you know? I feel like you may even be blaming yourself that there's something wrong with you, why you feel this way, or why you can't find your soul family, or whatever the case may be. But Spirit is really saying that your soul is growing right now, and it's in the process of ascending and evolving, and your spirit is claiming its unique individuality. Basically, your personal vibration is beginning to change, and because of this, bonds are breaking. Bonds that you once held onto, that you once had, they're breaking apart with those who no longer resonate. They're not breaking apart with everyone, just those who your soul is no longer resonating with. They kind of serve their purpose for you in your life, and so now you're on a new purpose, so now you have new kind of connections to make and stuff like that. So whatever's going on, Spirit wants to remind you that this is a natural sign of growth. It is stressful when relationships change, but change is inevitable and growth is inevitable as well. So Spirit wants to remind you to continue to love and accept yourself and others, and to pray for kinship as you travel your soul's path, as you travel this new path of recovery and success, because it will show up. So, do your best to peacefully release attachments to those whom the resonance is just not there anymore, without feeling guilty, without feeling sad, without feeling like, trying to see the positive, and just try to see the positive in the situation. Keep your heart and mind as open as possible, and new and uplifting friends will soon appear. You know what I'm saying? You will recover from this. Now, this doesn't mean that you should break from people who do not agree with you with every single thing. This just means to listen and learn from those who seek to grow as well, and refrain from kind of forcing harmony with those people who are not open to growth. It's not their time yet. We don't have to judge them for it, but it's just maybe not their time to go on this path that you're going on, and to understand it, or to or to understand it. But as long as they're not being disrespectful, because I feel like the disrespect is where it's getting a little hazy. So if they're disrespecting you, those people are just going to fall away. If they're making fun of you, if they're just kind of putting you down for whatever you're doing, these are not the people for you. But if these are people who just don't agree with you, but they respect you and they support you on this journey, and you're not having to force harmony, or you're not having to kind of hold back what you want to say because you're afraid that these people are going to make fun of you, those are the people that you can that are still going to be around. Because I do feel like with the 5 of water, there's 3 cups that are spilled over, but there's 2 cups standing. So you may have one person that's really supporting you, that they may not understand it, but they respect you and support you for doing it, and they want to see you shine. They want to see you grow. that it's just not their time to kind of go with you on this path or to understand it, but that doesn't mean that they can't support you along this journey. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit is just saying, give time and energy to those who display an open heart, who are very conscious in their awareness. That mirrors your own commitment to growth. You are going to find people who want to grow emotionally, spiritually, physically, just as much as you do. And the people who don't, the people who maybe mock you or make you feel bad for doing so, aren't your tribe, aren't the people you need to spend time with. So Spirit is really asking you to be honest about the influences surrounding you and step away from those who don't get you, who are kind of like holding you back in a sense, actually. And if this means that you have to be alone temporarily, then you have to be alone temporarily. But you will find the right people when you leave the wrong people. Just remember that. So, and I do feel like you're going to find an animal, or you have an animal that you really connect with, or that's making you feel really good. Or maybe this is a message to get an animal, whatever that may be, or to just, maybe you're going to come across a kitty or, some type of animal that will make you feel less alone during this time. Because I do feel like a lot of you are going to be kind of pioneering on this path by yourself for a while until you meet the right crowd of people that are going to support you. So you will recover from this loss in a sense. So we have here, it's manifested, creating reality, which really work and go hand in hand together. I love this combination. Basically, this is saying that by you living your best life by design, you are going to have amazing experiences. You are going to have this type of freedom lifestyle and infinite potential. You have infinite potential to create whatever reality you want to create. And honestly, with it's manifested, you have already created this reality. It is already manifested. Your new desired reality is already present in your life. You just have to align with it, and maybe not focus so much on what is over, but what is beginning, where you at, and what you have to look forward to in the future. This is Spirit reminding you to get into vibrational alignment with this new success. Whatever success means to you, whatever definition you put on success, get aligned with it vibrationally, which means you have to believe that you are like experiencing it at this present moment, and it will show up like magic, basically. And I also feel like astrology is giving you some type of edge, or giving you some type of boost of like making things manifest. So I don't know what's really going on besides just Pluto retrograde. So maybe you have Pluto retrograde in your natal chart, so that's really giving you the push to manifest what you want. I know that Mercury is going into Gemini soon. Maybe you have your natal Mercury in Gemini, or whatever's going on astrologically in the sky. Maybe you're going through Saturn return or something like that, or some type of sun return. Maybe your birthday is coming up, or something that's giving you this edge to kind of do this, and it's giving you the green light, and it's giving you this like golden ticket that you will be successful in whatever way you want to be successful in whatever path you choose, basically. And then with healthy choices here, this speaks about making healthy choices in love and in life. It talks about self-love, self-care, and just being happier. You will be happier. You may be in a time right now where you're feeling in a slump, like you just feel like, why are things happening? Why do I have no real friends? Why am I, whatever the case may be. And this is Spirit reminding you that you are making healthy choices. Oh my gosh, healthy choices. This is like Spirit saying that whatever's happening is meant to happen right now for your highest good. And it's making you consider what is healthy for you. It's making you consider yourself. It's making you love yourself and take care of yourself. And just, it's making you happier. It may not feel this way, but again, this is like a perception thing. Like, the less you pay attention to what is over, to what is not turning out the way that you hoped, the more you can see the positive, the more that you can see the positive in the situation, the more that this will kind of manifest into the successful reality that you're hoping for. Because Spirit is really asking you to make healthy choices, make these important decisions. Do not put them off any longer. So if you've been kind of teetering along, kind of breaking up with someone or not being friends with someone, do it now. You know what I mean? Just kind of let them know in a nice, compassionate way that, hey, I don't think this is working. I don't think we're really clicking. Whatever the case may be, like, really put yourself first and make sure that you're happy. Because right now I feel like you're not that happy. You're kind of just ruminating on the past, or ruminating on what could be, what if. I do this, then I won't have this. And that's not the case. And Spirit really wants to remind you that you're going to be successful no matter what you choose, especially if you choose happiness, your happiness over everybody else's. Like, you're responsible for your happiness. You're not responsible for other people's feelings, emotions, or happiness. It is solely up to you to make sure that you are happy. So and I feel like this is a choice or decisions that you already are aware of, that you know that you should be making, but you're like procrastinating, so that you don't upset someone, like I was saying. So this is about making choices that celebrate who you truly are, who celebrate you coming into alignment, coming into peace, being mindful of yourself and who you surround yourself with, really creating the desired reality that you want, really being in vibrational alignment, mastering your own energy, and just really having this lifestyle where you can be free to be yourself and to succeed, and you just have this infinite potential to do whatever you want to do. Again, like, whatever success means to you, that is what you're going to achieve. So if you don't know what success means to you, that may be something that you want to figure out, that you want to write down, that you want to like kind of get to know what success means to you. Not what it means to other people, not what society says it means, but what does it personally mean to you? How it is truly like authentic to who you are in this lifetime, basically. So that is what I see for you guys. So I'm going to leave it here. I hope this was helpful and I hope this resonated. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading for What Reminder Do You Need from Spirit. So as soon as I put your cards down, you guys, this is like an intense pile. So I feel like a lot of you that chose this is going through a really intense time. Not like in a negative way, but just a lot of like things that you're trying to perfect or things that you're trying to accomplish. Like, you have a certain vision for how you want to do something, for how you want to live your life, for how you want your next place to be or where you want to move. Like, you have a very focused and precise vision on something, and you're really not giving up until you manifest that vision for yourself. And I feel like the intensity is coming from this card here that says address your addictions. So there could be something that maybe you're working on, like, but you may feel like you're working against, like it's restraining you or kind of controlling you or making you feel blocked in some way. But I don't feel like you're gonna give up. I feel like you're gonna fight through this. I feel like you're gonna get through this, because you are ascending, and you're going to transcend obstacles. You're going to rise above obstacles. You are definitely preparing for a new phase in your life. You're preparing for maybe a union in your lives, coming together with a loved one. You're learning a lot of new things. You're expanding. You're just entering a new phase in your life right now. So with this address your addictions, this card speaks about where I feel like Spirit is reminding you that it's time to acknowledge some addictive patterns or behaviors that are stealing your light a little bit here. So this could be honestly anything where you just feel an obsessive pull towards in some way. So it could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be food, it could be shopping, it could be overspending, it could be overworking, it could be gambling, it could be worrying too much, it could be gossiping too much. Whatever it is, those are just examples. It could be anything. Whatever it is, it's an indication that there's some type of negative emotion attached to that, and it's making you miserable. It's making you feel disappointed. It's making you like fearful, or making you feel like a victim in some way, like victimization in some way, whatever it may be here. So Spirit is really reminding you that it's time for you to address these addictions so you can live free and you can feel and be an unlimited spiritual being once again. And this is not something to be ashamed of. This is not something to be, shy about. We all are prey to like addictive, negative behaviors at some point. But it's like the price we pay to leave them unchecked is where it's where we lose our peace. It's where we lose our peace in our spirit. It's where we feel or lose our authentic expression. It's where we lose our connection to source and like other people. So it's really time to recognize these indulgences, I guess you could say, because addictions sound harsh. They could just be like overindulging in something, and really have the courage to like discipline yourself to become free of them once and for all. So a lot of prayer and meditation is very much needed or necessary at this time. I feel like your higher self is really guiding you to really focus on this. It's really drawing it to your attention, but you may not be consciously aware of it. So just kind of pay attention to things that you're doing overly, like obsessively, like over and over again. And then like after you're done, it kind of drains your energy, or it just makes you feel bad in some way. So this is kind of like a wake-up call. This is basically spirits reminding you to, this is not the time to be in denial about anything, but to truly identify your addictions. Because like I said, they're really robbing you of your creativity and your connection and your peace. And they have to be conquered right now. Because I feel like once they are conquered, or once you're aware of it, you're going to like shoot off like a rocket, especially with this Knight of Fire. You are going to be so passionate, so self-assured, so adventurous. I feel like sudden events are going to take off for you, that are going to need your immediate attention, and time is going to be of the essence. I think like perfect timing is something that's really strong here. So as soon as you overcome something, or you're just aware of it on a conscious level, it's going to allow you to kind of let go, like without any type of blockage or anything like that. So your soul is really asking you to be kind of comfortable with being uncomfortable. And this comes with like breaking free of those like self-undoing behaviors, basically, in order to live a more conscious, creative state of being or way of living. So spirit is really reminding you to pray to the universe, to your spirit guides, to your higher self, and ask, and then ask for like some type of assistance if you need assistance. You have a lot of creative power is what I'm picking up here. And it's going to make you go in the direction that you need to go. There's just a lot of creative, with the Knight of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands, and then we have Follow Your Bliss and Inspired Thoughts. There's something that you're just so inspired to do and you are not going to stop, but there is some type of block here that's keeping you from going further along in your journey, if that makes sense. So really pay attention to that, because I feel like that's a really, really, really important message here. And then with the 12, I am a visionary. We have creativity is driving force in your life right now. Your imagination is rich and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. And I feel like, again, you're going to meet someone, or you're going to collaborate with someone who's going to help you get this passionate, creative idea off the ground, but there is an addiction here blocking you. And like I said, that could be anything, or like an overindulgence in something. It could be, like I said, worry. It could be like, I don't know why I got ghosting. Maybe some of you are like overly ghosting someone instead of just kind of speaking your truth, interacting with someone, telling someone how you really feel, asking for what you want and need instead of just giving them the silent treatment. Maybe that's something that and that's an addiction too. Like, honestly, anything we do in excessive way, or in a way where it just kind of brings down our energy and it makes us more like in this fear-based, victimized type of mode, is an addiction in some way, shape, or form. So just be aware of something that you're doing that's no longer serving you, but you're doing because you're so used to doing it, but it's not helping you anymore moving forward. Because like I said, you are ascending, you are moving on to bigger and better things, and Spirit is reminding you not to stop dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop working on your creativity. Don't stop imagining what you can experience, how you want to live your life, because there's going to be a time where you're going to meet, there's some type of synchronistic time that's going to happen where you're going to meet someone, or there's going to be an event that you are going to be called to take action on in terms of your creativity. And it's going to, I just hear success. It's going to skyrocket your success, or it's going to make you more successful than what you are right now, or it's just going to take off in a really positive way, in a really positive direction, where you're finally going to figure out where you belong. Because I feel like maybe for some of you, you're having a hard time kind of fitting in where you are right now, or you just wish you belonged to like a certain group of people, or it could just be like-minded people. You just wish you were around more like-minded people, more people that kind of understand you, that get you, which honestly seems to be the theme with a lot of these, with all three of these piles. So if you felt called to like listen to another pile, I would do so, because that was a really big idea or theme in all of these groups as like a sense of belonging and finding like-minded friends or soul family or soul, something like that, where you just feel like you can be yourself and you can do what inspires you, because you are moving in a new direction. And I feel like Spirit is really reminding you to be aligned with those ideas, those new thoughts, those new decisions, and take immediate action on them once you find that inspired type of action. So not taking action from a place of fear, a place of worry, a place of obligatory, is that a word? Like obligation, sorry. But taking action from a place that's inspired, from a place where you feel blissful, from a place where you just know like it's the right time to do something, it's the right time to go after something, where you're just feeling so passionate about it, like no amount of fear could ever stop you from achieving it. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's what's going on here. So like no fear-based decisions. And then we have the Guardian of Thought. I think this is the Knight of Swords in traditional tarot. Don't quote me, but it says you may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words and will do brilliantly, and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or to find one yourself, but this situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person could be you, and this person could be emotionally unavailable. So make sure you're really focusing and listening to your emotions, because right now I feel like your emotions are kind of weighed down by some type of overindulgence or addiction that you're kind of figuring out or going through, or maybe you're not aware of. So Spirit is really wanting to have this reminder to you. You're really meant to hear this message because there's something that's blocking you from kind of paying it, like it's like blocked by fear or something, or like some type of like worry or feeling not good enough or something like that, and it's kind of stagnating you from ascending to the height of where you need to be at this point, or where you should be, or where you are meant to be, or where you want to be, honestly. But again, there's like this heavy thing here with this pile about ideas. You have a lot of good ideas. You have a lot of good, passionate, creative force running through your blood. You have a rich imagination, and they want you to be able to express it to the right people or to the right person. And I feel like there's going to be a person in divine timing, like synchronistically, you're going to meet someone that you're going to be able to express your idea, and it's going to take off. Like, honestly, it's going to be so successful. It's going to be a brand new adventure for you. You're going to feel so passionate about it. It's going to bring you so much joy. Your heart and mind are really going to be aligned to it. And I do feel like this block is going to leave. It's not going to be such a big block anymore, because you're going to be made aware of it rather soon or quickly here. This person that could come into your life or people could be a mentor, or you could be a mentor to someone else. Maybe you have an idea that someone else needs. There's just going to be a really significant time in your life where it's gonna like change everything. It's gonna change your focus. It's and not in like change your focus from like your ideas, but it's gonna change your trajectory in a way where you're going to feel like you're on the right path. You're going to feel like you belong, especially with this belonging card, number 41. You're going to feel like you are where you're supposed to be. Because right now you feel like you got it, but there's something blocking or restraining you in the way from really, really getting it. And that's because there is something, and your intuition is gnawing at you to pay attention to something. I feel like maybe for most of you, it could be a thought, or it could be like an overindulgence in thinking and worry, or fear-based thoughts or something like that. It's going to be different for everyone, but I feel like you get it. There's going to be something that you're just going to get that's just going to click to you. And then with this belonging card, this is like I said, a sense of belonging, a sense of feeling at home, a sense of acceptance. I feel like this card represents beauty. It represents friendship. It represents you sharing things with people that are like the chosen one, I guess, that are the people that you find and feel a sense of community with, that you feel like you belong to. So this card is really telling you that you will be at the right place at the right time. And right now you are in the right place. There's no like you should be somewhere else. If you were meant to be somewhere else, you would be somewhere else. You're at this place in time right now, I feel, to kind of address any lingering addictions that you may have, and then you will go along on your path and find the right people and all that stuff. But this needs to be addressed. I feel like this is really important for you to kind of notice or pay attention to. But you are definitely where you're meant to be. and you will find like-minded people that you click with. You will find your home, but it's most importantly to be at home with yourself right now and learn to be comfortable in your own skin, and learn not to judge any addictions that you may find or that you are aware of, and not to judge any like overindulgences that you may be putting energy into. Just know that, like I said, we all have these addictions in some way, shape, or form. So it's nothing to judge yourself or feel bad about. The more that you're just aware of it, and the more that you can change that and just kind of acknowledge it and heal it, and know that you don't need to do that anymore. You don't need that comforting type of thing, because I feel like for most of you it's just a comfort thing. But it's time for you to get out of your comfort zone and be adventurous and be self-assured and be self-confident, that you don't need to hold on to things so tightly anymore, that you can express yourself, that you can be yourself, that you are unique and you have a unique way of seeing the world, and you have a unique vision and insights that can really help and benefit others at this time. And they need your ideas, they need your passion, they need your creativity, they need like no one can do you like you. So just be aware of that, and don't let anything stop you or make you feel like you can't do something. And I don't feel like you will, because you have don't stop here and the perfect timing. So timing is everything in this situation. I feel like the perfect timing will be, you'll know it. It will be different for everyone, but you'll know when the perfect time is to express something, or to express something, to do something. It'll be inspired action, and it'll be driven by an inspired thought. You know what I mean? Your heart and mind will be aligned, and there will be no fear around it. You won't feel scared to do it or to say something. You'll just do it without even thinking about it, because it just comes so naturally to you. So yeah, that is what I see for you guys. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided you with some type of guidance or clarity to your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Take care.